A lot of people ask, what are the tangible benefits to gaming on a multiplayer game on Stadia if the player base is limited because the platform is so new? Well, it looks like that may be starting to change in 2021. See as yes, Stadia Cross-play coming to big 2021 games. It's SDO Daily, baby. Let's get into it.
Stay sick cause I follow my gut. They say I was pushing my luck. I'ma push me a matte all black truck. Oh, I'm not sorry.
What's up, people? What's up, people? What's up, people? It's your boy MM2K back again with another episode of the SDO Daily on behalf of Stadia Dosage. Can you do me a huge favor before we get into this one? Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, rock those bells for notifications, please, so you know when your boy's dropping these doses. I appreciate all of y'all straight up. Y'all know the deal, y'all know the reason, and y'all know the slogan. I am not too proud to ask. Let's get into it. Because why should we be? All right? All right, so the question at the bumper was, a lot of people ask me, MM2K, why do you want a game on Stadia? Because, you know, Tom Warren of The Verge or Paul Tassi of Forbes told us that there's hardly no people on Stadia. When you look at the player base on Xbox and PlayStation and even the Switch in some cases, they dwarf as far in certain games what the player base is on Stadia. And that is true. Stadia is brand new as far as a gaming platform. It's still got to work and garner mind share. That stuff doesn't happen overnight. It didn't happen overnight for, let's say, Xbox. It didn't happen overnight for anybody. Stadia understands that, so they're taking baby steps with this. They're working on certain things, building up the infrastructure. And then, what it appears to be a big push, in a few years, you'll start to see that player base just explode, hopefully, and be up there with the rest of them. Now, with that being said, a lot of people say, well, okay, what about the immediate now? Like, multiplayer games are the crave in the immediate now. So how do you even start from anywhere if your player base is so small and they're bigger elsewhere? Like, we get it. You got stake share and crowd play and mount may or whatever the hell y'all got over here. But what's the point of using all that stuff if nobody's there to play it, play it with you on, you know? So Stadia started to employ in early 2020 one of the greatest things that really showed the versatility of this platform. With Division 2, a fantastic game, a hell of a looter shooter game, and really, I think the best way to play it is on Stadia. What they did is they took the marvel of that game, of it being on Stadia, and as far as multiplayer aspects are concerned, they merged it with one of its, if not its largest player base, the Division 2's largest player base, at least one of them, out there right now, which is PC. And when you play against people that have PCs that can play Division 2, and a lot of them are playing in high fidelity, I would imagine. When you come across those players and you talk to them and you explain to them that you're playing on Stadia, most of them don't even know what Stadia is, which is a plus thing for Stadia at this moment because of all the negative press that the 5% and the lamestream media keep trying to put on it. It's a good thing that while they're running through their emotions right now, that a lot of people, it hasn't even touched a lot of people yet. But for those that do know what Stadia is, when you run across them on PC, you know, if you play Division 2, they are just amazed at how the fact that you're keeping up with them and the fact that you got this thing called Stream Connect where you can see their play, I believe, in a lot of ways, and they can't do the reverse. So we did a story the other day where we talked about the Hellpoint developers, Cradle Games, where they tell you, look, if you look at it, Stadia is more capable than a box that's sitting in your house, because you got the power of the server rack and all the power in the waters. It's just common sense. It's just computing power that you're going to get out of a server that you're not going to get out of a box sitting in front of your house. So just like in that example with Division 2, a lot of people are starting to see to come to fruition what it means to play on Stadia as long as there's crossplay. But the question is, where is there going to be crossplay where it's, it's going to be useful? Well, you know how we do. Let me show you something. First and foremost, this is Outriders. Shout out to our homies at Cloudy with a Chance of Games. Coming up soon, April 1st, as a matter of fact, this isn't a joke. The game Outriders will support full cross-play, as said here by our good friends Rafael on Cloudy with a Chance of Games. This is an October 8th post, though. It's an older post, and it's been updated since then. I'll give you the good news. But it says, today the official Outriders Twitter account announced that Outriders will support full crossplay amongst all of its platforms, and it's due to come to. And it shows you right here in this pic, it got Steam, Epic, PlayStation 4, Xbox One, PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and S, and Stadia. Stadia has an asterisk on it at the time, because at the time, the game was supposed to release on February 2nd, 2021, but it's been pushed back to April 1st. And at the time, it was coming to the platform at a later date. But we know per more recent updates that the Stadia version is now dropping dead date, and it's still retaining all of the cross-platform stuff that it was promised to have, like you see in this pic. So yes, you get all the powers of Stadia with whatever features that this game is going to have that are Stadia only features, Stadia exclusive features. But yet you get to enjoy them with not just PC people in this case, but PlayStation, Xbox, and PC people. That's huge. So this is a great testament to where, even though the player base is starting off small, that Stadia still has a lot to offer, and they don't necessarily have to suffer with a player base that may not be as big as their counterparts. Okay, so that's one example. And some of you may be saying, well, MM2K, that's Outriders. And a lot of people is dancing for joy for Outriders, but what about the big games? What about the big titles, MM2K? We won't see this happening for none of the big games. Outriders isn't even proven yet. Let me show you something else. Shout out to our good friends at 9 to 5 Google, where this headline reads, Destiny 2 will gain full crossplay between Stadia, Xbox, PlayStation, and PC this fall. The story reads, Destiny 2, one of the first entirely free-to-play games on Stadia, is gaining full crossplay support sometime this fall. Since launch, Destiny 2 has been one of the premier games on Stadia, being included with Stadia Pro for a full year, then becoming the streaming service's first free-to-play game. We've mentioned before that Destiny 2 on Stadia has the unique advantage of making it impossible to cheat, but that was unfortunately outweighed by the severe lack of players and less popular matchmaking playlists. Okay. Earlier, Bungie mentioned in passing that full cross-play for Destiny 2 was something they would like to do, but that cross-generational play, for example, PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5 players together would need to come first. With that feature now finished, the developers are turning their attention to the future. Bungie put out an extensive dev update in which they formally announced the full crossplay would arrive for Destiny 2 sometime in 2021. With full crossplay, Destiny 2 players on Stadia, PC, Xbox, and PlayStation will be able to play together, which should help boost the player base and fill out the less popular modes. For now, they didn't share any specifics of how crossplay would work, such as how to get in the lobby with a friend from another platform. But with that said, that's huge, people. That's a big deal for the platform. Again, there's a reason why I went through the rigors of what people experienced with Division 2. People were in shock. PC gamers, people that were building multi-$1,000 rigs were in shock that we were keeping up with them, playing with them, mowing them down on a platform that at most cost you at the time $130. And it's free if you just sign up for the platform on a PC, or you know what I'm saying, if you don't want to play on TV and you're signing up on your phone or your PC, it's a $0 platform. This is huge. You get to use the Stadia features again, and you get to play your favorite games, and there needs to be more of this. John Justice, part of Stadia, talked about cross progression being a big thing that was the focus of Stadia, but now you're seeing cross play becoming something that's big for the platform. And It's something that we will enjoy as early as April 1st of this year with Outriders, again later in the fall with Destiny 2, and hopefully there's more to come. So, for those of you that may be sitting there and wondering, hey, does this platform have legs? Yes, this is exactly why they have legs. If they can do this and supplement the lower player base, it'll go a long way. And with that said, that's it from your boy Mem2K. Let me know what you think about all this in the comment section below, because like I always say, I'm curious what I think. But if you did like what I had to say, check out the links below to follow me. Those links will lead you to the Broadband Bullies, PNTS Network, Hard Knock Digital Culture, and yes, the Stadia Dosage. With all that said, have a wonderful gaming day. Peace.